For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. Some of the most fascinating Bulgarian traditional customs. Bulgaria abounds with traditions and superstitions, some of which are still observed in certain regions of the country, while others have long been buried in the past. Bulgarian folk culture is so colorful and rich that it deserves admiration. With this in mind, this article pays tribute to some of the most remarkable Bulgarian traditions that must not vanish or be lost to history. Archangel's Day. Arhangelovden. Archangel Michael is one of the 7 saints who stand around God. When the earth was divided among them, he was given the souls of the dead, or so the belief goes in the Balkans. On the Saturday before the holiday, an Archangel Memorial Day is held. A special ritual bread is prepared called Rangel's dish. The eldest member of the family breaks it in the shape of a cross and says, "Saint Archangel, Saint Nicholas, and all saints, help us. We honor you and cut this loaf so that a man may be born tall as the ceiling." Wine is poured over the bread from an earthen bowl, and the housewife scoops it with her hands and sprinkles it all around the home. Baba Marta. March 1st marks the coming of spring and all it brings with it. According to folklore, Baba Marta, Grandma March, is the sister of Big Sekko, January, and Little Sekko, February. Sometimes she is kind and joyful, and other times harsh and grumpy like her brothers. She dislikes old women, which is why the rituals on her day are performed only by young girls and children. The strongest symbol of the month is the red and white Martenitsi, whose legend emerged in the 1930s and connects the tradition with the ancient Proto-Bulgarians. In ancient times, red symbolized the goddess' civil birth and death, while white represented her son, the sun, the afterlife, eternity. Egg tapping on Easter in Bulgaria. It is customary to dye eggs on Maundy Thursday or Holy Saturday. The number of eggs depends on the number of family members. The first egg is always dyed red by the eldest woman in the household. While the egg is still warm, she draws a cross on the children's foreheads to bless them with good health. Before modern dyes, natural substances were used: red from madder root, orange from smoke tree, green from nettles, yellow from walnuts, apple peels, or onion skins. A ritual bread is also essential. It is usually round, braided with dough, with a red egg in the center. The Yule Log's Badnik. The Badnik is a cut trunk of oak elm or pear tree, which, according to Bulgarian Orthodox tradition, must be placed in the hearth on Christmas Eve and kept burning throughout the festive night. The light and warmth from the Badnik symbolize both the birth of the new sun and of Jesus Christ. It is also believed that the spirits of ancestors and the Virgin Mary visit the table. When the log is cut, it is carried on the shoulder so it doesn't touch the ground. Then it is blessed a hole is drilled, filled with olive oil, wine, and incense, sealed and wrapped in linen. The ritual is accompanied by songs. On Christmas morning, the log is extinguished with wine. The unburnt parts are made into crosses or built into the plow. Symbols of rural labor and fertility. Wolf holidays, Vulche Praznitsi. The wolf holidays span 3, 5, 7, 9, or 10 days dedicated to wolves. These usually fall near Archangel's Day, in the autumn-winter period. In some regions, Saint Mina is considered the patron of the beasts. The last day, called Kutsulen, is believed to be the most dangerous. It is named after a mythical lone wolf, seen as the leader of the pack, but never walking with it. During these days, saying the word wolf is taboo. Women must not work with wool or sharp objects seen as wolf teeth. Scissors are tied shut and hidden to close the wolf's jaws. No sewing is allowed, or wild beasts may attack. In some regions, women smear mud around the hearth and doors, uttering spells to seal the wolf's eyes and mouth. In Plovdiv region, women sew the front and back hems of their shirts shut, with their eyes closed, behind the sheepfold. Chasing the dragon's maid, according to folklore, when a drought lasts too long and rituals like rain prayers, Pepperuda, or German, fail, villagers resort to chasing away a Zime, a hostile mythical dragon. The village crier announces the ritual loudly across the village. At the set time, people leave their doors wide open so the chasers can search everywhere. Houses, yards, barns, because the Zime may hide there. Women and girls hide, as the Zme might abduct one. The participants are strong, muscular men. Their identities must remain secret. Otherwise, the Zime won't be driven out. Around midnight, they set out completely naked, armed with clubs. In small villages, they move as one group. In larger ones, they split. They poke into every corner in silence. After scouring the village, they bathe in the river, get dressed, and return home at dawn. The ritual is then complete, and rain is expected soon. Living fire, Zivogen, also called new fire or young fire. This ritual is performed to renew the hearth fire or during outbreaks among people or livestock. It is created by friction between 3 linden wood pieces, 2 upright in the ground and 1 horizontal, rotated by a rope pulled by 2 men until flames appear. The upright pieces should be twin trees dried for 3 years. Ideally, the performers are twin brothers or, if unavailable, any 2 brothers. The belief is that this new fire holds purifying and healing powers. Nestinari fire dancing Nastinarstvo is an ancient pagan rite where people, after falling into a trance, dance barefoot on live embers. Today, it survives only in a few Strancha villages. It takes place on the evening of Saints Constantine and Helena's Day. Although dancers carry icons of the saints, the Church condemns the custom as pagan and demonic. The ritual involves a barefoot dance over hot coals without injury. Earlier in the day, icons wrapped in red cloth, decorated with old silver coins and flowers, are carried in procession to the sacred spring Iasmo. In the evening, the community gathers near the chapel. Music is played, gaida and drum, and the Nestinari fall into trance, sometimes delivering prophecies. Nestinarstvo is listed by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage. Dog spinning, Trechena Kacheta. This custom aimed to drive out rabies from dogs and people. It was practiced in regions like Dobruja, Perin, Strancha, Eastern Rhodope, and central Bulgaria. In some areas, it has long disappeared. In 2011, PM Boyko Borisov labeled it barbaric, performed on Clean Monday, part of Tudor's Week. Men swing dogs on ropes, children chase them with cans tied to their tails, or hang them upside down and make them drink herbal brews. There's debate whether the practice was harmful to animals, despite its intended healing purpose. Epiphany Krashtini Gospodnand. This Christian holiday celebrates the baptism of Jesus Christ in the river Jordan. On Epiphany Arhangelovden, men dive into icy rivers to retrieve a cross thrown by the priest. Contrary to common belief, the Orthodox Church does not forbid women from participating. This day marks the end of the dirty days. On Epiphany Eve, a third Christmas dinner is prepared with only Lenten dishes: beans, cabbage or stuffed grape leaves, walnuts, and mixed grain bread. A candle from the second Christmas night is lit. According to folk belief, the sky opens that night, and anyone who sees it can have their wish granted. Whoever retrieves the cross from the river will be healthy and lucky. If the cross freezes, the year will be fertile and strong. The place where the cross falls is also used for ritual bathing of the sick. Kukeri are carnival figures, men dressed as beasts or monsters, wearing masks and fur coats turned inside out with large cowbells on their belts. On January 1st, a kukeri gathering is held. People of all ages dress in folk costumes and masks to drive away evil spirits. Kukeri rituals are performed only by men, mostly bachelors. Each kukeri group has a leader, usually the only married man. They go from house to house with wishes for health, prosperity, and fertility. They perform comedic skits and end in the village square with loud dances to rattle the bells. Another main part of the ritual is plowing and sowing, led by the king, typically a respected farmer with a firstborn son or twins, to ensure a fertile year.